Hello, my name is Brian France. I'm running on the No Money Party. The No Money Party has to do with president should not need lots of money to become president. If you need money and you accept that money, then that money comes with strings attached to elitists who want to control this country, not the people. The government has got to get back to being subservient to the people, not to the elitists, not to the money. So that's the platform that we run on. Again, today actually I wanted to talk about terrorists. The current administration has now labeled Americans as the terrorists. This does not come to us as a surprise to me because I fly a lot, and anytime I go into this airport, security treats me like a terrorist, yet treat me and old ladies like terrorists and little children like terrorists, but they don't treat the actual terrorists like terrorists. They take them and treat them with kid gloves and give them little trials, and we're going to just be all happy pretty, and it's not their fault. Wrong. They're terrorists. They need to be treated like terrorists. American citizens need to be treated like citizens. This is totally backwards. This government is treating us U.S. citizens like terrorists, and that is incorrect for a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. That is not true anymore. This government is of the government, by the government, and for the government, and that's why they consider the citizens as terrorists. To prove a point, Vice President Joe Biden said that the conservatives are acting like terrorists. Really? Well, what are the terrorists acting like? Citizens? I don't think so. Basically, he is saying that the citizens of this country are terrorists. So this country, and judging by the last election, 50% of this country, he is saying, are terrorists. Who did the blowing up? Who blew up the Twin Towers? Who's been blowing up and killing people in mayhem? It's not the American citizens. It's a specific group of people that we should be looking for. The extreme Muslims. That's who have been the terrorists, not the citizenry. Why are we blaming the citizenry? Because this government wants to put so much oppression on us. So that's another way to get oppression, is that they call half of the citizens in this country terrorists. That's a way to dehumanize people and do whatever you want with them. That's called oppression. That's called tyranny. That's what we fought against to start this country. And we need to get back to history. We need to start learning what our history is. Because what we have now is tyranny. When our government can call us 50% of its citizens terrorists, that's not right. The Department of Homeland Security now put out a terrorist watch video called See Something, Say Something, and it says the new terror threat is not the terrorists. It's the American citizens. So even the Homeland Security has decided that the American citizens are the terrorists, not the terrorists who are actually causing mayhem. So now that just gives them more right to take grandma's wheelchair away from her in security. When will they start having people run, the police, running around treating the rest of us like terrorists? Do you know what another word for terrorist is? Enemy. This government has said that 50% of the citizens are the enemy. That's what they're saying. In a government that's of the people, by the people, and for the people, that's wrong. And if I'm elected president, I will change that. The citizenry is not the enemy. The government might be the enemy, but the citizenry is not. 50% of the citizens, by popular vote of last election, at least 50%, if not more, are conservatives. And Biden called conservatives terrorists, or the enemy. That's wrong. If I am elected, I promise not to think that 50% of the citizenry are terrorists. I promise to treat everybody like a citizen with different viewpoints. This government is trying to increase the separation, the divisions in society. They are. I've never, in my lifetime, I've never seen racial relations so bad. If Obama was so much of a unionist to union people, why is racial relations this far apart now? I walk into stores and I have certain people of certain races stare at me like I'm the enemy. That didn't used to happen in this country. When I went to other countries, yes, it did happen, but not here. Well, now it's happening all the time. And luckily, I know, I have a lot of friends from other races that I know it's not the race. It is that person who's been a jerk, not the race. Any decision made upon race is racist. So I know that it's not the race. It is that person who is acting bad. It's not the whole race. So luckily I know that, and I'm not racist, and I don't agree with racism, and I will fight racism to the end on that. But I also will fight that 50% of the citizenry is an enemy. That's not right. And that's not the way it should be. This government should be subservient to the people, and we need to teach them that, and we need to replace more people in that government who seem to agree with that. We need, if we're worried about terrorism, we need to focus on the terrorists, not the citizenry. The terrorists are this big. We can take care of it. The citizenry is this big. Oh, let's cut it in half. Okay, now we